Edge at 11 starts now.
Tonight on The Edge, a home unfit for dogs, let alone humans. An animal hoarding case out of Dearborn Heights that will make your stomach turn. 27 dogs rescued from their life of filth and are now onto better ones.
And how would one person would take care of 27 dogs? I can't even take care of one.
Well, it turns out she really wasn't. The conditions inside this Dearborn Heights home so bad, the city slapped a condemned sign on the front door. 27 Chihuahuas were inside living in horrid conditions, including a litter of 4 little puppies.
Her having 27 dogs is big news to us.
Big news to neighbors like Rod Elmer-Shetty and to Dearborn Heights police, too, who went to the home off Fleming Street near Annapolis to investigate a dog allegedly being killed by the homeowner's boyfriend. That's when they say they uncovered the conditions unfit for dogs and humans.
Her having that much dogs in this neighborhood, that's not good for us. That's a health situation.
Roz says she never brought any of the dogs outside, so you can imagine the waste buildup. Animal control officers from 4 other cities had to be called in to safely remove the Chihuahuas, and then they were taken to Michigan Humane, where they were given some much-needed TLC. As for their former owner, charges are pending.
Thank God they got solved, so this neighborhood can go back the way it was.
The owner did surrender the dogs, which means they won't have to be held as evidence if she is criminally charged and can be adopted out much sooner. Well, now to an update on a shooting just before the Ford fireworks show in downtown Detroit. We're told one of the men wanted in connection to the shooting has been arrested. Marco Steen Jr. now behind bars. Police say the suspected shooter, 19-year-old Alfonso Cooper Jr., is still on the loose. He's accused of firing into a crowd gathered near Randolph and Larned on June 23rd during the fireworks. 2 people were hurt, including a 17-year-old boy and a 22-year-old woman. Tonight, 2 Minibike bandits are wanted by Dearborn Heights police. The 2 teens allegedly broke into Studs Hardware on Telegraph and Lehigh on Tuesday and stole 2 black minibikes. If you recognize the suspects, please contact Dearborn Heights PD. And a suspect wanted in connection to a deadly officer-involved shooting on Detroit's east side is still at large. It happened last night in the area of I-94 and Moross. Investigators say officers were patrolling the area when they saw a few people with masks standing near a building. Police say a 16-year-old was killed after reaching for a gun and shooting an officer in the hand, according to DPD. Another 16-year-old was arrested, but officers are still searching for a 3rd teen that got away.
Calling, cease fire and seize the smoke. Repeat after me. Cease fire and seize the smoke.
Detroit leaders calling on the community to take action in the wake of senseless gun violence. Last Friday, a 4-year-old boy, Samir Grubbs, was shot and killed in a drive-by at a park next to Denby High School. The police chief now asking parents and family members to step up.
Uncles, aunts, everyone.
That's right.
Know what your kids, your nephews, your nieces, know what they're into. That will help us out.
Chief Bedison says historically the 4th of July is one of the most deadliest for gun violence, not just here, but across the country. And he adds the department has officers on overtime to deal with any potential violence. A Detroit bus driver accused of stabbing a passenger has officially been charged. It happened Tuesday afternoon in the area of 7 Mile and Gratiot. Police say 55-year-old Troy Lincoln and a 25-year-old passenger had an argument over bus fare. That's when things escalated. The passenger allegedly spit on Lincoln. That's when investigators say Lincoln pulled out a knife and stabbed the victim several times. Lincoln is facing multiple charges, including assault with intent to murder. He's being held on a $50,000 bond. Meanwhile, Detroit police are still on the hunt for a man accused of shooting a passenger on a DDOT bus in Detroit. It happened Wednesday morning on 8 Mile Road. Police say the suspect was riding on the bus when he got up, walked up to another passenger, and shot him. Thankfully, the 26-year-old victim is expected to recover. Anyone with information is asked to call Detroit police. A Metro Detroit dad remembering his son who died after a punch and a fall at a gas station on Detroit's east side.
It's a pain that can't describe. Today, for instance, 4th of July, which marks the first day of a holiday without him. And so it's hard to believe he's no longer here.
Detroit police say Samuel Spruel Jr. had some words with the suspect, Javante Barber, at the Sunoco gas station on East McNichols near Gunston on June 27th. Barber then allegedly punched Spruel Jr., who fell and later died from his injuries.
He loved his art and music and so forth. He was talking about trying to open his own art studio someday, you know, and you know, all that going through my mind, you know, the plans he was trying to do for himself.
Spruel Sr. says he has space for forgiveness in his heart, but he's not there yet. He says the suspect should face consequences. Aside from fireworks, a different type of light show is caught on camera in outer space. NASA astronaut Nicole Ayers captured this photo while aboard the ISS. It's called a Sprite. It's an electrical discharge high above the clouds caused by intense lightning in the thunderstorms below. Derek, you're nerding out right now.
This is super cool.
It is very cool.
This is also very rare.
Yeah.
So I would like to, if I can.
You may.
I would like to explain more about how these red. Okay, so these red Sprites, I've got a graphic for you. So here, the red Sprites, these are really, really rare things that happen super high up in the atmosphere, really in a layer that we call the mesosphere. So there's a big, strong thunderstorm that happens at the surface. Well, not really at the surface, but more like where a normal thunder cloud is. It can go up to about 50,000 feet. But way up, after the lightning bolt happens, you get a positive lightning charge, which is stronger than a negative lightning charge, and it interacts, it creates a bit of a charged layer all the way up to like 55 miles up in the atmosphere, as far up as like 260,000 feet, and it happens in milliseconds. So the fact that they got a picture of it, I mean, you have to be extremely lucky to catch a picture of that there, but it's a very neat thing, these red Sprites. Pretty rare, pretty cool. Speaking of red things in the atmosphere, how about these lightning, or not lightning, but fireworks that are still taking place? This coming in from Iowa. I'm actually chasing these fireworks displays from our camera network that is all over the country, but this is a live shot from what's happening in Iowa right now, where they're lightning. Thunder, fireworks. Sorry, it's all blending together. Their fireworks are still taking place, although I can still hear some happening here in Southfield. Today, high temperatures got to about 88 degrees. Normally, we get to around 84. We had some lightning move through today, as some thunderstorms did pass the area between around 4 and 7 p.m. Then we really dried out pretty quickly, so those fireworks shows are just fine as we head into those nighttime hours. Looking ahead, through the course of the weekend, we are going to see a return of these rain showers and storms, but it's probably not going to happen on Saturday. In fact, I've got Saturday on the dry side, but you take a look here at the Fox model, and it is bringing some rain showers into the area Sunday, and it could be more of a prolonged event on Sunday because it's going to be a cold front that swings through. So rain chances over the next 12 hours, very low. We've got warmer air coming in. We still have this pocket of building warm air and a warm front that's going to lead it in. So Chicago is at 84 degrees right now. We're going to see these temperatures going up through tomorrow and through the weekend, but you'll notice then in the far northwestern portions of that last map, there is some slightly cooler air. That's the cold front, and that is what we're going to see as we move into Sunday night and Monday, as temperatures fall from the 90s back down in the lower to mid 80s. In fact, it's going to return to near normal, which is close to 84. All right, let's get you through the next 12 hours from 11 p.m. through 11 a.m. Notice how quickly we start to warm up. By 11 o'clock tomorrow, we are already at 86 degrees, and a high temperature will be 93. But when the humidity starts to climb, which it will, it's going to feel more like 97. Here's that full 7-day forecast with those 90s taking us through the weekend. 80s on Monday with that early rain lingering, then a breakthrough Tuesday. Spotty and scattered thunderstorms return to the area Wednesday. Jess, back over to you.
All right, Derek, thank you. And as the 4th winds down, fireworks are still popping off across Metro Detroit. In Clawson, folks back together tonight to watch one of the best shows around. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin has a closer look.
It's the big fireworks show here in Clawson. Some say outside of Detroit fireworks. This one is the biggest one in Metro Detroit. Look at all those colors going up, the red, white, and blue, and some other colors, some green, magenta, everything in there. Tens of thousands of people likely in this area or watching it in the immediate vicinity. Of course, the Clawson 4th of July celebration also means not just fireworks, but a fair, a festival, things for the kids and adults of all ages.
From the fireworks to the festival, everything you have here, it's they can't, you know, it's a can't miss event. Can't miss 2 days actually, yesterday and today.
Clawson, they put on a heck of a good show with the fireworks and stuff. I mean, next to none. I always said next to the Detroit fireworks, I always thought Clawson's put on a really good show.
Just the biggest show you can ask for in this area. Again, outside of the Detroit fireworks some days ago here. But one of the great things, too, is that this has been really a week-long celebration in the Clawson area, a week-long summer tradition, Independence Week fun, you might want to call it that. And people in this area say it just doesn't get any better than this. In Clawson, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.